Welcome everybody to another episode of Uneducated MMA. I'm your host with the most wandering, and I'm joined here by the BMF champion of the world, REG.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back.
Feels good to be back.
Always good to be back, bro. I like that we do these kind of bi-weekly episodes every time I bring it up. It's just that you take a little break, you gather all the MMA knowledge you can, you bring it to the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here we are. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you a fantastic episode as always. We are going to be recapping UFC 328, as well as a previous fight night that we didn't get a chance to go over. Schedules were weird, guys. I was moving. It was a whole thing, trying to line that up with the studio time. It's a whole process. Enough of my personal business. Yeah, let's kick it off big, bro. I want to go over that fight night that happened 2 weeks ago. I feel like that was something that caught a lot of news and a lot of stir up because it did not go the way that people expected it to. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we're talking about Carlos Prates versus JDM. Yeah. This is JDM's shot to go back to getting a title. And I felt like a lot of the people were, I would say, mainly siding with him and not expecting him to get his ass whooped the way he did.
Bro,
I really don't know how else to put that.
Pieced up.
It was bad.
Leaking.
It was Apex COVID like sound kind of bad.
But every strike, just you could hear every little detail of every
Dude,
strike.
it's that Muay Thai of Carlos Prates. I don't know what it is about him, bro, but every time like you let him get in that striking range, he's gonna take full advantage of it, bro.
Bro, he's nasty.
It was the knees for me, man.
Yeah.
Every time. Because you know what's crazy is that with him, he's so tall and lanky, you don't expect it, but he throws a knee like a jab. That thing is gonna come straight to your face without it like. I feel like, you know how people bring up Alex, like not really presenting the calf kick so you don't know when it's coming? Yeah. I felt like that's what that knee looked like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There was one where, like, JDM was, like, trying to spin out of the way because he knew something was coming, but I think he was more so expecting another elbow because they were getting in that close clinch range. He was expecting another elbow, and he kind of flinched and turned away. When he turned, the only thing that was coming his way was a knee that he was not expecting.
He knew his every move. Like,
it landed
flush.
flush.
He was going to react to everything.
Yeah, it was odd. I felt like it was like, yo, you studied tape, huh? Like, I don't know. It was like I don't want to say it was like a perfect game plan, but in a way it was. It was just like pressure, keep JDM on the back foot, make sure he can't take any sort of advantage, any space, any sort of like collection of himself. It is consistent pressure, bro. Now
I'm a big fan of his fighting style.
Yeah.
Like at first it was kind of like I was in the Dagestani phase, like just a big fan of their style. But like now I'm back to the Brazilian. Like these
it takes one fight card. You're like, I'm back like in
the fighting
nerds. We out.
It started with the fighting nerds.
Yeah,
and of course Chama, and it's just kind of just like they kind of still have that like. They throw kicks, they throw knees, they throw elbows. Like that's the style that I'm a big fan of. That Muay Thai.
It's funny. I was talking to Ricky about this. Shout out Ricky Tan's LLC.
Ricky Tan LLC.
I was talking to Ricky, and I was he was just like, bro, this is like so exciting. He was like, what is? I feel like he's used to seeing like the main events like get really hyped up, and then they wrestle for 25 minutes. He's just like, yo, what's going on? So he wasn't prepared to see like an ass whooping like that.
Yo.
So he's like, what am I watching right now? And I was talking and having the conversation with him. I was like, do you think that like if this was just what they were allowed to do, that this would be bigger? He goes, yeah, if they just had fights that were just like this, it would be bigger. And I was like, there's a whole sport called Muay Thai that exists that for some reason just doesn't break out big in the U.S.
I think they need that engine. That they need like the probably the money to.
I would say, like, you know how Dana White got into boxing? It's just you just do Muay Thai. But I feel like he doesn't want to mix too much. I feel like if you stick with the MMA, I guess you get into boxing.
Damn near karate combat, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's getting there, bro. I'm telling like, the more clips you share, the more I'm invested.
Yo, bro, because you get all that. You get all the same thing you see. You get a Muay Thai, you get the crazy kicks, the knees, all that.
Yeah, I think it's something where the ground game is cool, but to an extent, I think people prefer it to be on the feet. But it's weird. Like, I've heard many people talk about this. Like, kickboxing and Muay Thai should be bigger sports because if you just want violence, that's all it is, bro. It's just violence. Like,
and there's how many times you hear like, I love MMA, but it's the grappling for me. Like, I don't really want to.
Yeah.
I hate that's why I watch boxing. That's what you always hear those comments, and it's because like some people don't want to see the.
My favorite thing is when I tell people that MMA is not suspect, and they walk in the room, and it's just a very interesting pose that they're in, a very interesting maneuver, and I'm just like, no, it's north-south. He doesn't have his nuts in his face for, he's trying to get him in the choke, you know what I'm saying?
I had an old friend I haven't spoken to in a long time hit me up recently just to, catch up. He's like, bro, I should start doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, bro, you should join. And I'm like, nah. And he was like, why not, bro? I'm like, I'm not like.
You're like, all due respect. Pause.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I respect all the grappling, but that's not for me.
What if you did it with gi and you're in the robes? It's like
nah,
it's different. They're thicker. It's not weird, bro.
Nah, I'm all set.
I'm all set. I'm good.
The same way like. I was gonna mention like how Sean Strickland would rather stand up every time.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same shit.
I feel like for the most part, as long as you know how to get up and you can get up, and you don't really need to know what's going on down there. I'd say to an extent, you need to have like wits about you. But I think that's not a bad idea. If you're more comfortable on the feet and you're getting to stand up, do that. That makes more sense.
But I think I'd do pretty good grappling if
I think most people, naturally gravitate towards grappling.
It's just
like throwing a punch. You got to learn how to throw a punch after a while.
A lifetime of horsing around?
Oh, sure.
Sanchez.
Yeah, horseplay. But that's what I'm saying. Like with your older brothers, your cousins, and stuff like that. I feel like for the most part, especially when you're young and you're getting into like WWE, it's always wrestling. Your first thing is wrestling.
There was a point where Sanchez was just like at Gallows, like on the side of the court in the grass. Just do wrestling matches against wrestlers on the wrestling team. Yeah. But he wasn't a wrestler.
He was just freakishly big and unnecessarily athletic.
All the time, just fucking. He did a good job.
Doug, when he comes in here, I'm over here setting up the whole production setup in the background. He just walks in. It's like, I need you to sit down. Sit down for like 2 seconds. He's gonna put me through the table one day. One day I'm gonna just be like minding my business, wrapping up the cables. I'm gonna turn around. He's gonna be like, like, Jesus Christ, Sanchez.
That's what I was back in the day.
He's got a lot of energy, bro. He needs to go to jiu-jitsu or something. He has to sign up for some classes. I don't know. He's got to figure it out. I was driving around the other day, and I drove by a Muay Thai gym, and I'm like,
I know, bro. And every time you see something like
that, like,
if I was going to join a gym.
It'd be a Muay Thai gym.
It'd be a Muay Thai gym.
Who knows? I'll see. I mean, after watching Carlos Prates, and like you said, like that's really exciting. Maybe it motivates people to get into it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
he smokes. I think that's the coolest.
It's smoking and drinking. It gets you, bro.
A smoking, drinking champion is what we need.
Because you have like GSP, who's like, you need to treat your body like a well-oiled machine. You got to make sure that you're one with peace and nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then at the same time, you have Carlos Prates, who after a fight, is like, throw me the whiskey while I'm on top of the cage. Yeah. I want my Marlboro Reds ready to go. Like, it's like, hell yeah, dog.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what life's all about.
He's your favorite fighter's favorite fighter at this point. Like, it's so dope. I think it's funny, though, because, like, at this point, it is title shot. Islam Makhachev was basically saying, like, Ian Gary is technically next in the rankings, but Carlos Prates was more exciting of a win. I think it'd be better to fight that guy.
For sure.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. That'd be a good scrap.
That would definitely be me. Like, if I want to fight, let me get the Buchanan.
Yeah, man.
With the blunt.
Well, dude, I love when like they're walking out of the octagon and they're walking back into the back, and like one of the fans hands them, and you can tell because they're being considerate. It's a fresh beer. Yeah. Like they give him a fresh, full beer.
Fresh one, fucking ice cold.
Curtis Blades, one of his victories. He was walking out and he was just like giving up daps to all the people, and then somebody gave him the fresh beer, and he stopped security and everything, chugged the beer with the fan, handed up the cup, and kept it going. I was like, hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly what you got to be like. I feel like you're fighting as a sport. Let the man have a beer and a smoke afterwards.
As a man.
And honestly, at this point, the UFC, you got liquor sponsorships. You got Bud Light and all that kind of stuff. Just start throwing them their way. It's fine.
They'll be fine.
Right after a fight, they already did the weight cut. Yeah, man, get them back. But I think at this point, we do see Carlos Prates in the title contention in terms of it's either him or Ian Gary. Like we always say, it's a weird thing of sports and rankings versus entertainment. Right now, Carlos Prates got that entertainment locked down.
Bro, he can be a star if he.
I think he's getting there, bro.
He's getting there. If he gets like Sorry to say, if he spoke more English, like.
But he's, I will say he's doing good.
Yeah,
like
he
I'd
is.
say he's managed to build himself a brand off of the vibe.
Like Oliveira kind of.
Yeah, and even
Like,
then,
he don't speak
I would say
English.
he speaks more English than most right now. I feel like when he gets on the mic, he usually doesn't have translators. Like maybe every now and then there'll be somebody to be like, repeat what the reporter just asked me again. But other than that, if he seems to be comfortable speaking English, and it comes off well.
Oh, okay.
I think for him, he's got a lot of star power. Even if it's difficult because Islam is the final boss. Like I don't know who's beating that guy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like that is
Maybe he's rusty.
maybe.
I doubt it.
It's been a minute.
Probably trains
No,
nonstop.
yeah, I think it's a lifestyle, bro. Like, I don't know what they've been doing in Dagestan.
Yeah, imagine-
2-3 years and we'll find out. Who knows?
Yeah. Imagine them just like I couldn't imagine them resting. It's probably every day for the past like.
Anytime I think they do rest is technically when they're like worshiping. Like I feel like
Yeah.
whenever religion comes into play, they're like, all right, I can take a break from training. Other than that, they're locked in
It's
all
like
the time.
rest day is the like only religious.
Yeah,
holiday.
anytime I've ever seen trading footage, it just looks like the smelliest, like hottest gym of all time. And everyone's just dripping sweat. I'm like,
sweaty as.
ugh. It does not look fun in
Sliding
there.
and
But that's why they're the best. They're doing something in there, bro. They're going crazy. I don't know. I
pushing limits.
I think that with Islam being the final boss, I don't know about Carlos necessarily becoming a champion, but that's the same thing I say about most of these guys. So with that being said, I can still see him getting star power a la Kevin Holland type of, you know what I'm saying?
I see, yeah.
Like you're still up there. You unfortunately, there's some guys that are going to be better than you in certain aspects. Remember, Ian Gary beat him. So you got guys that are like better than you in certain aspects, but you are a fan favorite. You will always have a seat at the table, and you will always have a nice check, especially with a finish bonus. Because now remember, what is it, like $25K? Regardless, as long as you finish them, you get a bonus of $25K. And if you get the fight of the nights and stuff, it's an extra $100,000. Which I mean, that was fight of the night.
Yeah.
That was he beat his ass.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think
man.
you guys understand when I tell you
This
go
is
back.
a good like.
If you don't watch the fight, you're just like, damn, JDM. He looked defeated.
Yeah.
When he went back to the corners every single time, it was like, damn, JDM, smile a little bit. Like, act like you want to be here. Like, is there a gun to your head? Do you owe people money, JDM?
Yeah. It's like fuck my life.
Dude, there was the funniest thing afterwards was because Tai Tuivasa also fought on the card and he lost as well. Him and JDM both lost. They're both, I think, in the same camp, or at least they're buddies or whatever. There's a video of Tai Tuivasa. They're at the hotel, and he's got it like selfie. He's just talking. He goes, "Me and the boys, we're just chilling." And he just turns. He's on a balcony with a beautiful view of the beach. He turns, and he's like turning, showing all the boys. He turns to JDM, who's just sitting like this, just staring dead in the eyes off into space. And everybody in the comments was like, check in on him, bro. He's unwell. He's not okay.
He's about to jump.
He's gonna jump. Like, dude, you gotta think about it. Does all that, undefeated streak, yada, 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 gets the title, becomes his champion, immediately loses it in one of the most disrespectful ways possible. Islam just ragdolled that poor boy.
Yeah, like would you rather like never get the chip or get the chip and lose the chip?
I don't know, man, because here's my thing.
So you reach the top and you lose it.
I get it, but there is something to say that you did it.
Yeah.
You reached the mountaintop, regardless of what
would
happened.
you rather be broke forever?
We'll get into it in a
or
moment.
get rich and then go broke forever.
We'll get into it in a moment because it didn't happen necessarily to him, but it was something that was in the conversation. Even a Joshua Van winning the title the way he won the title. Hey, you won the title.
Yeah.
People are going to talk what they're going to talk. They're going to say what they're going to say. You won a title. I don't care if, ands, or but. You are holding gold. Now, that being said, obviously we'll get into it later. He defended it. But, it's one of those things of like, I feel like, I'd flex. I got to the mountaintop. Yes. Yeah. Trust me. The way you lost the title, disappointing. Dricus Du Plessis.
I know, man.
Boy.
It's like,
boy.
it's like, damn, I guess I'm...
it is one thing, though, like... I think it might be worse though because it's like depending on how you lose the title. Because like it's one thing like all right, you get into a fight, it's a good scrap, and you lose by decision. Maybe you run it back, and damn, it's just like the guy is just slightly better than you, or even he's just like he's improved. All right, whatever. When you lose in a way where like it's like nobody actually scored a single round for you, and nobody even wants to give you another chance again because they don't think you have a shot. I don't know if I necessarily would pick that over the other. Like that's where I'm like, what are the stipulations? You know how you guys do the both questions, like where are we at on this one? I feel like if it's just get the title and then you just lose it in a respectful way, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather that than never getting the belt. But if it's get the belt and lose it very
It's just always top
legacy
10,
ruining potentially, I don't know, man.
Get your ass whooped as a champion.
Yeah, because remember, JDM, here's my thing.
You never get it again.
JDM was whooping ass all the way to the belt.
Yeah.
Gets the belt, gets dominated by Islam. I would argue confidence destroyed, goes in to go fight Carlos Prates, trains his best, but I don't think the confidence was there.
Those losses really take a toll
especially
on the mind.
When you're one of these guys that's like, how like you looked up like, like, who's over there?
My high ass fucking.
You're like, who's? No,
pointed this way. I'm like,
when you lose like that, especially after having like either an undefeated streak going into it or even just an insane amount of wins going into a fight, like there's a big confidence you have. And then when you get handled like a little boy, that's got to hurt your ego. It just
humbles the shit out of you. And it's like, damn.
To some people, they can come back.
There's levels to this.
Dog, imagine like I'm talking like you lost.
It all depends on the matchups.
40-piece. Yeah. Like, you're like, I had no answers. I had no answers. Faster than me in every which way.
There's freaking people in the top 10 that could probably be champions. We don't even know it.
Yeah. And then this thing is also, like, you hear people talk about, like, certain fighters where, like, you see champions where you're like, I can see somebody beating them. Like, there's going to be some good matchups. There's a chance this person has a good opportunity to win. And then you have the guys where you're like, now the way people talk about them is different. Like the fact that people are like, I've never felt. And this is I'm just pause in advance. I'm just They're like, I've never felt like the grip strength of like I know right. I know right. I'm so sorry, but they're like, I've never felt something like that before. But it's true because you see shit like, for example, like I don't know, Islam puts you in a face crank. It's not even a full choke, and people are tapping just due to the pressure.
Bro,
they have they're just like, I have 35 fights. I fought 35 people. Never felt that.
The way he like pins his opponent.
Melvin, relax.
Pins his
with the hands, like
the wrist. He grabs like wrists.
Yeah, wrist control.
It's just, all of a sudden the dude's like helpless. Like, like a freaking like.
It's you fighting your little cousin or whatever.
Just like,
yeah, and they think that they're tough. And you just hold the hands and they can't move no more. Like
fuck, how's this? I'm a grown man.
You are going in there. You have
trained fighter, and I got a freaking Dagestani.
Dude, you have no answers. You have zero answers either. Like, you are scared.
Everything you do is like you just can't get out of it.
Because you got to think about it. Everything you knew up until that point is now an absolute lie. Like, you went in there, you're like, I'm the best of the world. Everything you knew up until that point is an absolute lie.
It's like a different strength. Like, they just fucking wrestle bears.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think it really is just something of like a ego death you kind of have to go through. And some people, they come back from it and they learn from their mistakes, and you see that they take it as a positive, you know.
Like Sean Strickland.
Dog. He doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck if I lose a fight. Respect to those people that just lost mad fights but don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, they
don't care. It's
like, fuck it, I'm going to still fight.
Yeah. They're like, my record is what it is. I don't care. I'm getting this paycheck. Like, it's fine, bro.
I'm literally going to...
Doug, we'll talk. Also, gonna talk about him later. But like now, King Green. I don't know about you. For me, it's not gonna be King Green.
Bobby on the road to King.
You only got Bobby still.
Still Bobby.
He went from Robert. At least he goes back to Bobby.
Bobby.
He's working his way back up to King, where he wants.
He got to earn that name, but he's getting closer.
But hear me out.
Because think about his fall from King was way more than this.
But I understand that. But here's my point. I see people like him where like, listen, ain't no way in hell he's getting the title shot.
Yeah,
It is what it is. But he can go from getting put to absolute sleep by Patty Pimblett, and then like 3 other times after that to putting on amazing performances like this. Yeah. And it's just pure positivity and outlook. For him, it's what it is.
It's like Kevin Holland.
Yeah, it's like the Kevin Hollands. Like, I love the gunslinger type of dudes that just go in there. They're like, I'm just gonna go in. We're gonna go balls to the wall. Whatever happens, and then that's it. Like, I'm not gonna take.
If I lose, I'm gonna come back fighting as confident. Like
Derek Lewis, he knows exactly what's up. I'm going in there. I'm getting a nice check.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, I'm getting a nice check. To the point where he knows he's got enough clout that not Dana White. Well, actually, yeah, Dana White and Donald Trump were like, yeah, let's get you on the White House card.
Yeah.
Should he be on there? Probably not. But is he gonna be on there? Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because you know what? You're like one of those guys. You're just like, I'm just here for the scrap. And I'm like,
yeah, for real.
I'm with it.
Don't give a damn if they lose it. But some people, it breaks their spirit.
Yeah.
They'll reach the top, win the belt, get their ass whooped as champion, and just continuously fall all the way off the rankings.
The Tyron Woodleys of the world and stuff like that. Yeah, man. You just see that you're like, wow, you never were able to get that. Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, man.
Like, you never were able to get back on the horse. It's tragic, bro. It does suck. You wish that more of those people like had that dog in them because you're like, how did you get to this point? Like you were cruising off that high, of the wins that you were getting. You never once had that moment of like humility, maybe. I don't know.
Just get humbled.
It's dude, you gotta get humbled like that.
I'm still human.
I feel like with like JDM, I don't know if he is going to get another title shot. If he keeps performing like that and he just has that like, I don't know, man. Maybe that's just the way his face is, bro. But I feel like he looked like dead inside. I feel like he looked like he did not want to be there. It looked like he was ready to quit after round 1. And I don't see him having the potential to really go back into a title shot, especially knowing what's waiting for him at the end. Like Islam, like I told you, he's the final boss, bro. I don't know. After that, we had Quillen Salkid, who KO'd Beneil Dariush into the Shadow Realm. And then your boy, Steve Erceg, on the comeback tour of the year.
I don't know why, like, Erceg, just, like, I gravitated towards.
Astro Boy is it, bro. I don't know. For me, I think we caught, like, 3 fights of his before like the title shot, and we were like, "Yo, he's crisp.
Like,
Boy's clean." Yeah, he pulled up out of nowhere. Middle school teacher. He literally looks like what's his name? Steve Carell. He literally, everyone can say he looked like Steve Carell from The Office, but he really just pulled up out of nowhere. This Australian fighter who's just out here just knocking people out. Crisp box, like really crisp boxing. Good takedown defense. Went for a title shot. Made a horrific mistake. Somehow found himself at like rank 12 out of that.
Yeah, he just fell from there.
I would say he didn't really fall. It wasn't a fall from grace. He got an insane opportunity that he fumbled, and it is what it is. Like he got a shot. I think he can work his way back up, but hey,
now you never know.
He beat Tim Elliott, so hey, it's something. We're gonna see him keep moving. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna work his way back up. I think he got a little bit too much too soon, and I think that was the problem. I think he got to the point where he's like, yo, I cannot handle
How the fuck I get up here?
How I get up?
Yo, way over your head.
Dog, if he didn't shoot for that takedown, he would have had gold. Like if he did shoot for a takedown, that's gotta kill him every night. Every day he thinks about it, he's like, man, I didn't do that one thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that sucks. Is like it's one thing you get your ass beat. It's another thing that you messed up off of one move.
Fuck. Like watching tape every day, like slow motion.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason you've all been here. UFC 328. Khamzat Chimaev loses his belt to Sean Strickland, something I did not think we'd be saying at this table right now.
I thought he would never lose in this division,
dude.
Ever.
Undefeated, the wolf, the boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Everybody and their grandmother was like, "This guy's killing everybody."
He was like another one that just like pins you down, and then you can't do nothing about. I just thought that it was gonna be the same thing.
I think we both did. I think we both had the exact same scenario happening. This fight's going to start. He's going to sprint at Sean Strickland.
He kind of started the way I thought he was going to start, too.
I feel like he started a little slower than I was expecting.
Like, where he was like, little striking. I was like, yeah, whatever. You're about to fucking...
Yeah.
Go for
and then he did it.
And then he went for that takedown, and he got that first round.
First round, he pretty much held him down the entire time. He was going for submissions, but I felt like you were saying Sean was good.
He did a good job, like, trying to, like, keep on trying to get up, and he really didn't take no damage while on the ground.
No. I think it was more so tiring, if anything. But I, honestly... With the way round 2 started, more tiring for Khamzat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you, like, for you,
noticed that.
When I think it was like a minute or 2 into the round, they were in like a little bit of a scramble. Khamzat tried to go for a takedown. It didn't really work.
Yeah.
Sean broke out of it, and it looked like he just kind of like pushed him, and then Khamzat was just like, all right, I'm just going to lay down here. Like, he just looked tired, defeated.
Bro, already defeated. Maybe it's the weight cut. Maybe it's the...
That's what people were wondering.
50 pounds, damn near, bro.
Well, now he's trying to boys talking about going to 205. I feel like for me, I I don't know, man. It's a mixed bag of. I do feel like the weight cut did affect him.
Yeah.
I do know that Khamzat, previous to all this, has some medical issues that could also
was,
probably put a factor on this.
He's always like freaking sick.
He's always sick. Remember, fights were moved; they were canceled. There was always rumors of him like fully retiring from the sport. It didn't end up happening. He ended up coming back. I just think with him, I don't know, man. It seems like health and I don't know, man. A lifestyle, maybe. There's something going on there where, like, for some reason, he shows up for some fights and he's an absolute nightmare to deal with. And days like this one where, like, listen, he started off strong and he kind of came back in round 3 and 4.
Even so, I was still impressed with his striking this fight.
Yeah, when it just turned to a stand-up, I guess I wouldn't say war. It was more so like battle of the jabs.
Battle of the jab is. But
when they got there, like, he was doing good, and he was smiling, he was crisp, he was bobbing, weaving, he was slipping some of these punches, he was landing counters, he was doing good. That's what I'm saying. It's so weird. Like, round 1, you come out like a fucking banshee. You're sprinting at this guy, ready to murder him. Submission attempt after submission attempt, and then it ends. Round 2, you look like you have 0 left in your gas tank
already.
There is nothing left,
and like
dejected. And then 3, 4, 5, he's kind of building his way kind of back up. I wouldn't say he like starts up and then plateaus, but he at least gets that energy back.
Sean Strickland impressed me with his cardio.
I think that's something that we already knew. I think with Sean Strickland, 4 and 5 is his round.
Yeah, he definitely was playing that, like, let me get this guy tired in this first round. Yeah, he's not gonna submit me. No, I didn't like even when like he got close in the first round. I was like, he's not gonna submit him. He's not gonna choke him out.
No,
Sean Strickland.
It's good on the ground.
Mad respect on how he, like, even like you could see the IQ and the experience showing when he was trying to get up all the time.
Yeah,
it's like you don't see that. Like, I know it's a whole different division, but like a weight class. It's like when Sean O'Malley gets taken to the ground and he's trying to like get out of it. It's like you don't see that level of IQ. When
you can't compare the two Seans, man.
I
will say. I will say
like,
this. With Sean Strickland, we've heard it a bunch of times that all he does is like sparring and things like that, and I feel like he goes for like live rounds. So I think for him, that's where also the experience comes. Obviously, he fights a good amount, but then at the same time, if you're kind of being put in these like scary positions, and at least what he says, I gotta take the man for his word. He says he usually goes into a gym and he finds the scariest motherfucker in there. He's like, I'm gonna train with that guy. Like, so if he's picking the most difficult tasks to kind of overcome,
moving like Goku.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he's training real hard towards it, and he's putting himself in these spots. That's why you see that he wasn't worried.
Again, bro.
I know, right? Sorry. That's why he wasn't. That's why he's not worried about these situations. Like when you saw him walking out, he was cold. He was like, "This is Tuesday,
bro.
This is nothing."
Like that demeanor, that Sean Strickland, like, calmed it. Like, he doesn't panic, bro. Like,
he's locked in.
He's locked in. He might like someone at war. Like,
dude, with the music started. I forgot what the song was, but it was super American.
As fuck,
I got
bro.
up and I saluted the TV.
Bro.
I was like, hell yeah, dog. Like,
what
I don't know. It was America the Beautiful or something. I don't know, but
bro,
he played.
It's like, damn, it's one of the ones you don't hear that often, but it's like, oh, that's an American anthem as well.
It is. You know, and I was brought back to like 3rd grade and be like, we was singing this in class, right? No, but I'm telling you, like it was him. Demeanor when he walked out throughout the entire fight never changed. He was locked in. He was focused. He had a game plan that he wanted to execute. And even with Khamzat putting him in those like dangerous to everybody else grappling situations, the man never broke. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed with this win.
Yeah.
And hey, I know you're watching, Manny. Shout out to you. I was rage baiting, not the Manny you guys know, not the 3-time heat check champion, my co-champion, not that Manny, different Manny. I was talking to my boy Manny about it. I said Manny like 40 times.
It's all good.
And I was rage baiting the shit out of him right after the fight. I was just like, is Sean O'Malley, or not Sean O'Malley?
My bad.
I was like, is Sean Strickland one of the greatest middleweights of all time? Like, is he Mount Rushmore?
Bro.
And he immediately was like, what are you talking about? How much have you been drinking? Are you cracked? And I was like, hey, resume
looking good, though.
The resume's looking crisp. Hey, listen.
How many people really get up there twice?
For me, it's the doubt to outcome. The amount of times that people have been like, there's no way he's doing this. And then he beats Izzy. And they're like, there's no way he's beating
Izzy's prime.
Hey, Ricky Tan hey, shout out to Ricky Tan. Ricky Tan, you know what I'm saying, did his thing when picking his picks.
Yeah.
And he did all right. Ricky Tan will listen to everything that we say and do the complete opposite. And he always wins. He always wins.
Motherfucker.
All right.
Oh, all right.
I'm over here looking at my bets. Damn. And he's just over here like, oh, he won. I was like,
nigga, share your shit.
nah, it was so bad, bro. But he's so far, Sean Strickland has really he's pulled off 2 major upsets. He beat Israel Adesanya, known to be one of the greatest middleweights of all time in the UFC, and then he just pulled off the hugest upset of the night and possibly of the last 3 years. It feels like
he lost to DDP.
Lost DDP, yep, twice. But one of those times people were like, I don't think he lost.
Yeah.
I think it was when he was defending the belt. I think it was that one that people were like, I don't know if he beat him. But I think it's the second time where it was like, all right, no, he beat him.
Yeah. It's like people didn't think he'd get back to this point.
No. Especially because he was able to find himself in this position after the Fluffy Hernandez win, the Anthony Hernandez win. I feel like that one was one that
this was recent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's entertainment versus ranking. Nasruddin Imavov was above him in the rankings, but because Sean beat Nasruddin and it did what he did to Fluffy Hernandez, it was like, no, give him a title shot, and then you're gonna sit over here and you're gonna wait.
Yeah.
So. I don't know, man. He was able to just kind of pull off the upset and manage to finesse his way into a title shot and pull off another bigger upset. So I don't know.
And he can keep this division now.
He can do it. He can do it. I don't know. DDP is already chirping. DDP was already like, all right, looks like I got my belt back. That's literally what he said right afterwards. I was like, you were a bull motherfucker, bro. Hey, this is the Islam shit, though. You have somebody at the end of the line that you're like, there's no way I'm beating that guy.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm beating this villain, Bowser, over here at this castle. No way.
Yeah.
Someone just comes and clips him. And you're like, I bet.
Yeah,
You see how so quick how perspective changes. It's insane.
Yeah.
He went from another guy who got absolutely dominated. I'm talking Khamzat held him down, pinned this man, a grown man, for 25 minutes, did nothing else. There was no damage really inflicted, but just did not let him go anywhere for 25 minutes. You know what we say? One man can hold you down. You know what I'm saying? He did it for 25 minutes, and I think that's where you're like, ego death. There's nothing I can do. No matter who I beat, I can get my shot back, but I don't think I have anything for this guy. Now he's like, hold on.
What's the point of fighting?
He's like, I beat that dude twice. Yeah. Shit, I'm about to get my belt back.
Do they set up a third? I
think they could, but I think that DDP might have to get a contender fight in and then go from there. Yeah. I think right now we got a couple people that are kind of sitting in line. I think Imavov is next in terms of rankings, and according to Sean at the post-fight, he's like, I'm going to respect the rankings. They're there for a reason. Whoever's next is next. So I think that that's the one that's going to be made. But that being said, there was Khamzat. Does he get a rematch? Does he not?
Who did Imavov just beat?
That I got to look up. But with
he's someone I forget when he fights or who he fights, but I feel like he did a good job.
I want to say it was Izzy. I think that was the most recent fight that he had. It was against Izzy. But
are you like?
Do you feel like that Khamzat deserves a rematch? Because it was a split decision win.
I think he's gone. I think he's out. He's moving up.
From him, he did say that he was looking to move up to 205, and according to Dana, apparently right after the fight, he walked up to Dana. He goes like, "I'm not doing this no more." Oh, Imavov recently beat Kyle Bohalio. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
That was like a few months ago. It felt like that was last year, but it was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So it was he beat Izzy and then he beat Kyle Bohalio because it was the same thing we were talking about welterweight. We were like, man, there's 4 motherfuckers that can all get a title shot, and then one by one they all got clipped. It's like, okay, never mind. There's only one.
So yeah, I feel like he does deserve this fight. Those are 2 pretty good wins to line him up to.
I'd say so. You got updated rankings as of today. You got Sean now as champ, Khamzat at 1, Dricus at 2, and Nasruddin at 3. So
Dricus at 2.
Dricus at 2. So it's either Dricus gets the next one or Nasruddin gets the next one. But remember, Sean already beat Nasruddin, and then you have honestly skipping Kyle Bohalio, you would have Brendan Allen who's sitting at 4. So I don't know. It's a weird one now.
Yeah,
because now you got rematches, but then like you brought up earlier, Sean can low-key kind of, you know what I'm saying, get his lick back against DDP, and then other than that, he so far has beat most of the people that are in the top 5. I think Kyle Bohalio is the only one that's a fresh matchup for him, but I'm pretty sure he's already fought Anthony Hernandez, of course, and he's already beat Brendan Allen, so...
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just Thanks for looking up for Sean.
His resume looking good.
Damn, bro, Sean Ruddy.
That's what happens. You stick around. You keep on fighting.
You keep on fighting. You do something.
Keep on fighting.
Yo, honestly, it really
don't give up.
It really is your next one will change everything for you. And you know, that's why Tony Ferguson is still doing it to this day. Yeah. He's like, it may not be in MMA, but goddamn, I'm gonna do it in boxing. I'm gonna figure it out. Like,
I'm gonna get a freaking championship some way.
Just somewhere. I'll hold gold. It might be somewhere else, but I'm gonna hold gold at some point. Right. I think that Khamzat moving up to 205 is going to be a weird decision for him because, like, you already have Paulo Costa calling him out. There are fights that could be made there. Yeah. But, bro, I don't know, man. That size difference is I don't know. He's
struggling with that weight cut. You're doing a 50-pound weight cut. That's crazy.
Just because you can gain the weight, you can walk around at that weight, doesn't mean that is your peak physical performance. You feel me? Because, like, in my opinion, I think he could do well in terms of, like, the strength aspect of it, but I think he's going to have to kind of work to that. But he was talking to fight Yuri. In my brain, Yuri is a hulking figure over Khamzat.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I know Khamzat's
like
a big
titan.
Yeah, but in my brain, I'm just like, I feel like Yuri, just like height, build, everything, just like is a bigger guy. So I don't know in the wrestling aspect, like in terms of technique, sure, you could get him.
Khamzat looks just fucking monstrous.
Will he still have that speed? Will he still have that quickness? Because remember, it's the explosiveness of the takedown that gets people.
But it could him moving up could definitely improve that division because it's kind of like I don't know. It's been kind of slow. It's kind of weird.
It's working its way back up. I think they're in the process of like phasing out some people, and then some other characters are starting to show their way up. Because remember, one thing that's happening now that's very interesting is technically Khamzat is the third middleweight that has expressed wanted to go up to 205. You already have Paulo Costa, who already did it, so now he's fighting at 205. You have Robert Whittaker, who's also looking to go to 205, and now you have Khamzat, who's looking. So you have these guys
just like,
who've already kind of fought each other, but haven't fought some of these guys at 205. So you get fresh matchups, but then you also get like you were saying, cutting the 50 pounds. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. What if he's even scarier at 205?
Yeah,
like, who knows?
Because
as much as, listen, I think Khamzat right now took a huge hit in terms of his, like, presence, I'm going to say. I think that now you know that he can bleed. You're not really as afraid of him, especially when somebody that, like, listen, I think Sean Strickland's a good fighter, but I don't think when you think of, like, who's the best fighters in the UFC right now, he's not going to come to mind regardless of him holding gold or not. No matter who he's beaten, you don't think of Sean Strickland. I don't know why, but you just don't.
Right.
So I feel like you're going to get some of these guys that are going to start popping up that are going to have, like, these amazing moments, and they're going to have these, like, big wins. But I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how it goes at 205. I don't know. It's weird because, like, you can change up, I guess, the people that are in the division, and they can maybe, like, shine a little bit more. But, like, is the skill going to translate over as well? Like, I don't know. I guess we can only tell what happens. I'm intrigued to see some of the matchups, but at the same time, you still have some of these guys that are hanging around, like Carlos Ulberg just won the title, but I think he's going to be out for a while because of his surgery. So who knows if we're going to have interim. Yuri's fighting for a title every 6 months, it feels like.
Crazy. He never leaves that top three.
No. You still have Khalil Roundtree, who's there. You have Jan Blachowicz, who's also still around as well.
I'll give him to Khamzat.
Good. That'd be good.
Yeah, right?
That'd be a good one. Because here's the thing, with the clout, I think he gets a higher, like, ranking fight off of just the
Because you can't give him the top light heavyweight. He just lost.
No. But you can give him top five.
Top five.
You can do top five. Or just because you know you can get a big name fight, you can get, like, maybe title shot out of him. But I'd do that. But I don't know who else you would necessarily pair him up against. I feel like with him, you would probably give him a top five fight. I think the him versus Paulo Costa would be good because it's like two names that are already kind of big. You can put them in there together.
Paulo Costa is definitely another one that's been like, yo, how is he on the rise again?
Yeah. Well, he went back because he was saying, he's like, I got to go back to being the eraser. I don't know what, like, he was. The Izzy fight broke him, I think, in terms of his confidence, and it took a while for him to get it back. And now he's got it back, and he's doing his thing. Yeah. He's a lot more active in the octagon. That was the problem. There was a lot of waiting. Where now you see he's just, I'm going to beat the shit out of you and move forward, and someone's going to die. That is what you need. And with that aggression, it works well at 205. The heavier weights, I feel like, when you don't see them, like, and we're going to get into it. When you see that they're not engaging with each other, it makes things difficult for the guys who really they're just in there to just try to knock the other one out. It's not really like a skill game. It's more like whose lights are getting shut off first. It makes it difficult for that to be an exciting kind of matchup. So, next up, we got Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. And still, that's your boy. Your boy.
Bro.
Big fan of Joshua Van.
So this is why, this proves to me at least, that this is why I wasn't so upset about the way he won the last championship, like his belt.
Yeah.
How he got hurt, and it's like, because the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, he would have the fight would have been like this too. I feel like he would have been throwing hands like crazy like this.
He would have, yeah. I mean, dude, the combos are crisp, bro. The boxing
this just reminded me that, like, oh, yeah, this is the same person. It's not like it was a one-fight thing that we saw him versus, was it Brandon? No.
Yeah, Brandon Royval.
Brandon Royval. Like, it's not just a one-fight thing. It's like he kept this same style going.
You said it, and I think I have to agree. I think every fight with this dude is fight of the year.
Yo, bro,
holy shit.
Bro, because it's the way he boxes. He moves forward. The way he moves forward is like, the way he counters.
I know the weight classes won't match up, but like a him versus Topuria just off the skill.
Off the hands. It's like, bro.
That would be such a good fight.
Like, I think that's the route I would probably take if I was getting into like mixed martial arts. Probably.
Well, that's what you were saying.
Like, get the hands on point.
I just need to get back up, and then it's just going to be all stand-up. So,
like,
it's not a bad way to be. I was worried that he wouldn't have the grappling ability to handle Tatsuro. That was my whole thing. That's why publicly I picked Tatsuro Taira, because, like, for me, the same reason why I picked Pantoja over him is, like, yes, the boxing is so crisp.
Yeah.
The power is there. That being said, when you have guys that are very experienced in grappling, they're already experienced in terms of like being in the octagon, being put in these moments where they're getting backed up and someone is like pressuring them. You're able to see the IQ kind of kick in. And to Tatsuro Taira, bro, if you have not watched the fight, this is a fight of the year contender, 110%. Even when he looked like he was down and out and his lights were fully shut off, the wherewithal and the muscle memory to still get him in a triangle choke, still try to go for submission, still try to get him taken down. Like, and you can tell that was like his body was doing it.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, I don't know if Joshua Van can overcome that. Like, I don't know if he has the technique and the skill, because I haven't seen it. Yeah. Every fight that I've seen him in, and I've seen a couple, it's usually a stand-up scrap, and he knocks the shit out of the other guy. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, clearly if you decide to stand in the pocket with him, I'm going with Joshua Van.
I seen like an interview where he was kind of just like, they asked him about grappling, and he kind of just like, I don't know. But this, from his response in that interview, I couldn't tell that he didn't fuck with grappling, because he was able to like, he'd hold his own in some way.
Yeah, I think that he has the strength to be able to, as long as you know, like, we'll say like simple techniques. For example, someone comes in, you put the double underhooks and stuff like that. If you know those techniques, like just off the strength alone, you're able to kind of muscle your way out of those things. And for him on the feet, he lands 2 to 3. That opponent's already stunned. There was a couple times, if we're talking just wobbled, there's a few times that Tatsuro was like, yo, check on him. Yo. Like, we're getting rocked. I'm talking like he's just like, all right, he's a little dazed right there. That was a couple of times.
He's concussed to the
That's why when, I know
check
that
on his brain immediately after his fight.
He was heated at the end of the fight, because he was calling that he was like, it was an early stoppage. But I think everybody was like, yo, bro.
It's like you can. I can see in his perspective, because he was tough enough to like keep on going.
Yeah,
and he did kind of. I do feel like it looked like he did get rocked.
He did,
but I think he was ducking after the getting rocked, like. It made them think that he got wobbled, like he was falling to the ground.
I think he was, because he was up against the fence, like kind of like circling, and he was just trying to get away, and like you said, kind of bobbing and weaving, ducking. But like, I don't know, man.
If you
were to rewind like those last 5 seconds before they called it, it was like 12 unanswered shots.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like after a couple of clean ones, I think you gotta
like on some like crazy samurai shit that don't feel pain type shit.
I think, like I told you, because remember, like he's somebody that came into the UFC. He's already been fighting. Yeah. This wasn't like, oh, he got into the UFC with like 3 fights in, and then he got a couple wins, and now he's got a title. No. He already had a career outside of the UFC. He came into the UFC, and he's trying to make it to the biggest like level possible. So like that, I think also adds into why he was pissed off that they called the fight. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think everybody and their grandmother that watched that fight is like, he has got that dog in him, 100%. You can stay down, bud. We understand. Like you're good.
He's surpassed like whatever training he's at. Like he does not feel pain. I don't think.
Nah, bro.
He just keeps moving forward.
It's the mission. If you watch Attack on Titan, you know what I'm saying? He stands on the scale. He hits you with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
You know why he's in there the way he's in there, bro.
He definitely reminds me. That fight specifically reminded me of some anime.
Yeah, it was so good, bro. Listen. I'm a big Joshua Van fan. I love that. I'm a fan of his. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I really wasn't ready to see him holding gold and yell, I'm so happy, thank you. Like, dude, like, for me, Tatsuro Taira is just, like, so good. Like, I think he's one of, like, the best fighters in that division.
Yeah.
But the power on Joshua Van was just too much.
Fuck.
Just way too much, bro.
Like, that's one that disgusted me a little bit. When he would connect so cleanly, it was just...
Every time, because it's not just like, oh, he throws a 1 and the 2 gets him, or he just like slips a punch and he throws 1. No. It is 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Like it is like,
holy shit. Hopefully this guy doesn't die,
dude. It was rip 2 to the body, 1 upstairs, 2 upstairs, ripped to the body. Like it was like. Tatsuro was keeping up, and he was also landing a couple of his own. But you could just tell that, like, for every 2 punches that Taira would land, Van would land 15. And for every one that looked like it kind of hurt Van, all 15 hurt Taira. Like, that's where you're like, buddy, I don't think it was an early stoppage.
Leaking.
Like, it was bad.
His face was bad.
It was bad. But he was in there.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I need you to understand.
He was moving forward a lot.
He was locked in. He did not look good, but he was in there.
Fuck.
No.
The pain, how he looked, how much he was bleeding.
Yeah.
Did not give a fuck. How many times he got hit? He's just like still like zombie mode,
bro. And they were saying it in the commentary disc afterwards, and it is true because I think me and you go over this a lot, bro. That division of flyweight is so fire. Every time, because it's like you don't expect it because you're like, what do you mean the guy is 125 pounds? Like, what do you mean the guy's 125 pounds? You're like, you're just about to watch the greatest fight of your life.
That blows my mind, bro. Like, 125 pounds is crazy. 125
pounds. They're like all of like 5'5". Like, yeah.
I can carry that.
And they carry a gun in their hand. Like, yeah. It's insane. Everyone's getting flipped through tables this episode, bro. I swear to God. I just think that him in that power, he's going to be an interesting test for a lot of people. But I'll tell you this fight was like an appetizer to him and Pantoja. Because I feel like, yes, I can see how you say that this would have went the same way if he fought Pantoja. I do think Pantoja is more skilled than Taira. This is me doing some bullshit MMA math here. Right? Hear me out. I think that Pantoja would beat Taira. I would definitely pick Pantoja over Taira. So for that reason, I feel like he's going to give Van a harder test.
100%. This is the real test.
This is the real. I would say Taira was the one that I'm like, no, Van is a champion now. Like, 100%.
Yeah, but Pantoja's like... That's the one that you want to, like... You need to be the real champ. I know he has the
real champ, you got to beat the champ because I agree the injury, you know.
You got to beat Pantoja. He's been undisputed. He damn near fucking pound for pound one of the best. Like, Pantoja's that dude. You got to beat him. He's been running that division forever.
I think it's the thing that'll put most of the bigger fans, I'm gonna say, like that'll be the one where they're like, all right, we're locked in on Van. Like he did it, he overcame the big test 100%. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like, for me, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I think he would have had to fight Taira regardless. Like I think if you could give Taira one of the other guys in the top 5 right now, and I think he probably beat him. Yeah. But I feel like the ones that he's gonna run into is Pantoja and Van. Yeah. So I feel like if either which way, he would have ended up fighting one of them regardless. So that's why this win. Van's a champion. Like,
no, for sure.
God.
And Van, like...
and the weight, bro. The way he did it. Damn.
He came out there... His intro song was Chief Keef. And
bro,
and it wasn't one of the hits. It
funniest
was like,
tweets. funniest things of all time that I saw afterwards. They were like, never in my life did I think I would hear the Beatles transition into Chief Keef. And I was like, yo, you are not wrong.
No, and it wasn't like one of the ones that like
Deep Cut Chief Keef.
Deep cut Chief Keef songs. Like it was like, yo, Joshua Van's that nigga.
Yeah, you forget, bro. He's straight like that's because he's like he comes out, he's like, yo, Myanmar from Myanmar, he's from Myanmar. From like, but he's like, and then like, all right, where you from? He's like, yo, Houston. You're like, heard. Okay.
Yeah, makes more sense.
Understood. It's like you see the cultural, you know what I'm saying, the combination of that's what I'm saying. Like Joshua Van, he seems like a cool dude. Like for me, like I think that's part of it. I think that's why we both were like, yeah, he's that guy. Because we was like, he comes out, we're like, yeah,
he's a nigga.
You know what I mean?
Joshua Van, he probably says it.
He probably says it.
He probably says it. He probably throws it around
loosely. I mean, depending on the crowd he's with, who knows? Friend of the pod.
He's in the hood, just like
he's in the hood.
My name.
But and then what do you think about after the fight, the way when they like asked him like who do you want next? Like the way he kind of like, in my opinion, it was like a throwaway, yeah, Pantoja when you're ready. Like he wasn't like bring Pantoja in here.
What I took from that was he new to this.
Okay.
And he's you can see he's WWEing it and he's just new to it.
Yeah.
So he don't know what the right thing to say, or like he thought, I don't know, he's trying to be cool, say I like you, bro. You can see like he just knew to be in the champion.
That's why I want him to just be authentic. I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want him to try to put on a whole thing.
I don't want that either. I just see like with the shades and he's looking a little fly. Like
because one thing, right? Let's get into the conversation, right? Sean Strickland versus Khamzat. The entire time leading into this fight, it was insane shit talking between the two of them. It was like everything from like I'm better than you to talking about family, religion, like people, like
trauma.
It was trauma. Like they went into places where everyone was like, damn, like to the point where like on some crazy WWE looking like when they gave you the aerial view of the octagon and it was Sean over here, Khamzat over here, and 50 police officers and security guards in between them. You're like, what is going on? And the whole buildup of the fight was like, yo, this is as bad as Conor versus Khabib. And then right before the fight starts, they're like, touching gloves, love you, brother. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa.
Yeah,
yo, you were just trying to kill each other. Whoa.
Whoa.
We all got hoodwinked. We all got played. I don't need that fake bullshit in here. That's what I'm saying. I don't need Joshua Van, like you said, he's new to this. I don't need him coming up here, throwing on the shades, like, oh, Pantoja's trash. I don't need that. No, you know who that is. You have respect. You can talk your shit and say, I'm better than you, and be competitive. If it was me, I think the right thing for him to have done, also to build the fight, have him come in. I respect you. Can't wait for you to get better so we can do this. Face off. Everyone would have been like, oh, because that would have just been like, listen, I have now, I think, staked my claim. You can see how good I am, even though you saw how good I was before I fought you. You now see how good I am, especially when I'm put in some hot water. I want you, and I know that I could beat you. Yeah. Like, respectfully, I think it builds the fight where they just have that level of, like, mutual, like, competitiveness. I
think so, too.
Because you're now like, damn, who's better? Like I think for me, that gets me more. I like the WWE shit talking, whatever. Like that's cool. But when you have two guys, you're like, damn, I don't know who to pick. When we and you are sitting here in a couple months going over Joshua Van versus Pantoja, I'm literally gonna say Pants. Remember Pants?
Oh yeah, Pants.
Yeah, gotta bring back Pants. Van versus Pants. If we're sitting here in a couple months going over that, and we have to go over the as I said earlier, the Real Housewives of UFC, and they're over here talking some bullshit. Like that's when I'm like, all right, listen, I don't need the fake like negativity, the Jamal Hill, because it's the one where we're both just like, oh,
I was just taking pictures.
Yeah, because you feel how fake it is, and it doesn't get you anymore. But when you're like, bro, I don't know who's gonna win. Like this guy is so good in this aspect, but this guy is so good in that. Like I just don't know. Those ones for me, those are the ones where I can't wait to watch. Where I'm sitting there, I'm pacing in front of my TV because I'm like, bro, who's gonna get this? Like I don't know. That's what I need out of this build-up.
And don't sleep on Pantoja. I know this has been an exciting like Joshua Van fight, but like Pantoja's still that dude.
He's still that dude. I'd say we've already seen well into his fights the level of experience he shows, the dominant wins. Because remember, this isn't a guy that he's going to take you to decision. He's trying to kill you. Don't get it twisted. Pants is out there to kill you. I've seen you get knocked out, you get choked out. Like, he's killing you in that octagon. So I think that's going to make it for a much more exciting fight.
I think he's
that's
smart.
What I'm saying, skill.
I think he's smart enough to just win that fight by submission.
I think he'll try. Because he saw, bro, I'm not going to lie. The triangle kind of got me a little, like, as much as I picked Tyra, but when the fight went into it, I was like, damn, Van's got this, bro. Yeah. I don't know. But the triangle, when Tyra threw up the triangle, it got tight. Yeah. I was like, shit. I was like, you can see the little windows where you're like, Pantoja is just like sharper in those moments where like I was saying earlier, the body is just reacting to what's happening and the grappling is still there. Yeah. Pantoja's been there for how long?
I know.
You're gonna tell me he doesn't have that? That being said, again, that doesn't mean that nobody on their best day can't get fucking clipped. Yeah. So like, I don't know,
bro. I want to go home and just rewatch that.
I know, right? We're ending an episode. No, I'm playing. I can't wait for it, but I think that's the one that's going to be next. I think that's the one that the fans want, and I think that's the one that Van knows he needs to do to become that guy. Like, that's Thanos right there. You got to go through him. I don't even want to go over this one. I texted you guys. I was going to quit the podcast. I was going to burn this whole shit to the ground. I was about to tear all this down. You know how much merch I have sitting in back order? I got shirts, I got posters, I got cups, I got mugs, I got all kinds of shit. I was going to throw it all away.
Throw my life away.
One bullshit decision.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. And the disrespect.
Crazy.
They're showing Dominicans.
Crazy.
I personally am going to write a letter to the UFC.
Yeah.
And I don't know what judge I got to send a gift basket to, but we're getting this overturned. All right, I don't know what we got to do, but that was some bullshit.
That was crazy. Just to see, like,
this is what I was talking about earlier, right? When it comes to the heavier weights, Waldo's in the action. Waldo's in the fray. Waldo's throwing that right hand like a fastball pitch. He's in there.
Bro.
He's trying to take Volkov's lights out. Yeah. Volkov is a taller, lankier fighter, and he's trying to get upstairs to knock this man out. All Volkov is doing the entire time, he's walking away and circling, throwing a little jab, little kick, little punch. Like, I'm like, bro.
How you win off leg kicks that weren't even that
pressure? Damage. Like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like Volkov didn't stun Waldo. And I was talking to Jude about this. Shout out to Jude. He did bring up a good point. He was like, I think that really is just what leaned it over for the judges. I think if he didn't get clipped near the end, I think it would have went Waldo. But because he got hurt, and I was like, I'm sure, but no. You know what I'm saying? This might be just full Dominican bias. And it is, but I don't think so, man.
Like, bro, he was moving forward the whole fight.
The whole fight.
He was freaking, I don't know the actual significant strikes, but like
that's what I'm thinking is still leaning towards Waldo, because for me, I'm telling you again, I'm moving, I'm building dressers and furniture. Yeah. Waldo, I stopped everything. I was in the middle of building a dresser. I moved everything to the side. I lost piece 38 and 7B. I have no idea what's going on. I'm watching the fight. I'm locked in because this is my boy. It's Waldo. I got to see. I got 3 Dominican flags in the tattoo on my foot like I'm watching. And I'm just in shock when they announced it. Like, I'm telling you, I was like, he landed more strikes. Like, for me, he was pressuring, landing more strikes. The only thing where I'm like, all right, I get it, is Volkov was still landing as well. He was countering, but he was on the back foot the entire time. And then I will say, like I said, he did, I would say, have, if you were to just look at the entire fight, because it wasn't a good fight. We're going to say it right now. It wasn't a good fight. If you look at the whole fight, all 15 minutes, the big moment would be Volkov rocking Waldo.
Yeah.
So that's where you're like,
But at the same time,
we're talking damage.
And even like, I know this doesn't matter, but him taunting him the whole time and like, you could tell he was like in control of this fight. I don't value these leg kicks as much as freaking head strikes.
No.
So I don't know how they keep on.
Unless I see the fighter is like switching stances because of it, or they're limping. Like, unless you can see the damage is like truly
like
inflicted.
Every single time he got a leg kick, he did like a little like brushed it off like that ain't shit.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Like every little strike that he got hit with, he like did a little freaking like, that's all you got?
He was like, that's it. That's all you got? That's nothing to me. That's why I was surprised that it ended up that with the decision going to Volkov, because I feel like for most people, even like at least for me, my entire Twitter feed, everybody in the grandmother was like, bro, he just got robbed. And this wasn't on like I have a gang of Dominicans on Twitter. I'm talking. There's some you will let them hear the most racist, crazy, offensive shit. And even they were like, no, yeah, Waldo.
Yeah, yo, because like damage, he inflicted more damage too.
Let me see.
Like Waldo had a little eye. He got his eye little, but this dude was had his nose all bloody. He was bleeding, bro.
According to this, and listen, I'm gonna give the facts the facts. I'm just gonna say the way the facts are facts. According to this, it does say Volkov landed more strikes.
Not with my eyes.
Waldo was throwing more, but Volkov was landing more.
Landing what?
Significant strikes is the way that they just have it here.
Total,
they have significant strikes. 88 for Volkov, 54 for Waldo. This is according to the UFC's direct website.
The leg kicks. I know. Bro, I swear to God, all of their strikes, all of Volkov's strikes were all leg kicks and little body shots and little maybe a jab here and there, but there wasn't like how Waldo was connecting.
Let's see. Well, actually, we can get
Waldo was connecting. Not these little fucking.
Nah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's see. Waldo was 30 shots to the head, 6 to the body, 18 to the legs, and then we have Volkov was 22 to the head, so already significantly less. 23 to the body, and then 43 to the leg. A lot more body and leg kicks. So Volkov was just working the body way more.
Fuck all that.
I don't know.
I think damage should be the like.
Headshots
is like, yo.
So again, and this is what I'm saying. Like, listen, as much as I'm like, we got robbed, and I'm gonna stand by that. We got robbed. Yeah. We'll go back to the moment of, like I said, he did rock Waldo at one point. So I don't know. So now we got Volkov is still up there in the top 5, and this is where I'm worried. We were like, Waldo is cooking with gas, right? He's got these last-minute replacements. He's moving up quick. He's got one more big fight, and he gets a title shot. That's the way we were on like a week and a half ago.
He's close, man.
He's damn near close. One motherfucker recently just moved up to top 5.
God damn.
That I think is going to completely wipe the floor with Volkov, Sergey Pavlovich, Waldo, not in the sense of fighting them, in the sense of the race to get a title shot first, off of just entertainment. This Josh Hokett motherfucker, yo,
fuck, man.
This bandana wearing, lightsaber wielding, press conference getting kicked out. Yeah. He's making a big enough name for himself that like
he's Hogan ass nigga.
He's Chael Sonnen Supreme. He is so WWE it hurts. Like it is. He's putting on a show, talking shit to literally everybody, getting into everybody's face. Doesn't matter who it is. Him and Ilya Topuria going after it at the UFC 250 press conference, and him getting kicked out. He just took that number 5 spot after beating Curtis Blades.
I don't like gimmicks, bro. I really don't like all the extra shit. I don't like when people are like, yeah, I know it sells, but sometimes you can sell your craft speaks for itself, like some real fighters.
That's the thing, is he's winning.
Yeah,
he hasn't. I'd say skill.
He hasn't proven enough yet.
Here's what I'll say. It's weird because it's the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Skill don't really got to be there. He's just big motherfuckers swinging at each other.
Be honest, he's just tough as hell.
That's what we're seeing so far. And honestly, for me, as much as I'm not a fan of his, if he keeps putting on fights like this, I'm going to watch. That's all I need from you. As much as I'm not going to tune into the regular shit that you be saying outside of here.
Now, he can become the champion and become as good as...
You're not going to be a fan?
I'm never going to be a fan.
And that's fine with me.
But... Because so sometimes character is character. Like, you can be the best fighter in the world. I'm not going to like you. I don't know. All depends.
Here's what I'll say. It depends on how far it gets him. Because if it's one of those things where it's like gimmick and the wins have to be together for it to work, then that's one thing. But if the gimmick and then he loses and then the gimmick is still going, then that's a different thing. Because, like, for example, Chael Sonnen, I would say if you look back at his career, has looked at more favorably than when you were actively watching in his heyday.
Yeah.
The gimmicks and the shit talking and all that kind of stuff sold the fights. He didn't necessarily win, but you were still excited to see him fight. I think that some people were in it, like they were fans, and some people just wanted to see him get his ass beat. versus like a Colby Covington, where I think almost everybody wanted to see him get his ass beat. Even the MAGA red hat wearing.
I think all those.
Everybody
niggas.
wanted to see him get his ass beat.
I didn't like Chael Sonnen. I didn't like Colby Covington.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, then you also have other versions of it where it's not necessarily the shit talking and the hating, and you have Sean O'Malley's that are put up as this like colorful, he's got the cool shorts, he's got
Sean
the
O'Malley like
loses, and then he's walking out to Montana homecoming or whatever that is. I don't.
For some reason, what made me gravitate to?
He was crisp.
Yeah,
he is, but he was crisp
like,
for a while without the
gimmick,
Marab stuff.
He had like the gimmick too, and I didn't like him at first. But then something I finally like. Maybe he just chilled out.
I think
At first, he had the rainbow hair.
He got humble.
Yeah.
He got humbled by Marab, and then he came back out, and he was like completely lost. It's like all the other color went away from him fully after
like
one
he's
fight.
Like serious walking out.
It still didn't really work out the way he wanted it to, and then he went back to the color. Even at the funniest photo is people keep saying it looks like the Last Supper. You see at the UFC 250 press conference or the Freedom 250 press conference, you see Ilya on one side yelling and throwing shit at Josh Hokic, who's yelling and screaming on the other side, and you see Sean just sitting there calm in the middle of it as these two are just about to scrap a brother.
Yeah, I think that part of Sean O'Malley like is the part that like I gravitate to. Like.
He's with the shits, but that's what I'm saying. Like you have these characters that even with the losses, like they're still able to kind of like I will say like Sean O'Malley. The color is always going to be there. The custom cool stuff is always going to be there. The wins and the losses, I think at this point he's shown he got them. So I feel like he can stay around and like that kind of character will
he understands,
continue.
Like
his lane.
Like I have to make sure to walk the walk before I can really talk the talk. Cause like he's trying to do that whole Connor shit because he was probably influenced by him, but it's like I gotta walk the walk first.
Yeah. At least he understood, and I think the thing with him is that he was able to pivot and like make it funny. Yeah. Like I think the fact that after the Marab win, he was like, "Yeah, I got my shit rocked, bro. I'm going back in there, but yeah, I got my shit rocked. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen." He just made jokes about it and took the win or took the loss and like was cool with it. But I think with the Josh Hokic of the world, I don't know if with a loss if you can continue it because my thing is like he seems deranged is what he's trying to go for. It's like a weird mix of like Chael Sonnen meets Mankind. I feel like because he like I think the
Macho Man.
The gimmick is like I'm mentally unwell and you don't know when I'm gonna snap. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. This is a deep cut. If you ever watched like I guess this would be like 2007 to 2009 SmackDown. If you remember Jesse and Festus.
Nah.
All right. Festus, it's one of those things that WWE did some stuff where they were like, we can never show this on TV again. We got to cut this out. We're not going to show people that we did this. Jesse and Festus was a tag team duo that they had where you had Jesse, who was like a regular dude, and you had Festus, who was like, I don't know, mentally unwell. He would just come out dead in the face. Like he would just come out. His tongue would be sticking out. He'd be like kind of acting like he was like a little dumb. Then the bell would ring. He would smack his head and he would go full force into the thing. Like that, he would get this like level of aggression. I feel like that's kind of where I'm getting from Josh Hokic, where he's like coming in, he's fighting Curtis Blades. Every time they get into an exchange and they break apart, he has to flip him off and he's to go back to his corner and say all kinds of weird shit. Like I think that's where he's going with. And I don't know if that gimmick continues if you lose. Like if he gets flatlined, like let's say, so he's ranked I think number 5 now. Maybe he fights Waldo because he's brought up that Waldo having 9 kids. Maybe he fights Sergey Pavlovich. Whatever. Let's say I'm going to say Waldo is not going to be the one that's going to do it because I haven't seen Waldo really knock people out like that. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go to a Sergey Pavlovich. Nuclear knockout power. If Josh Hokic fights like somebody like that and Sergey knocks him out, I'm talking flatline, face down KO. I don't know if you can go back to that gimmick and people being like, this corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people...
Today, I seen them more like Mexican vibes today, like Cholo vibes.
Yeah, every other video it's something else. Like, I forgot who it was. I think it was Carlos Oberg was walking by and he goes, yo, Holmes, you want to fight, Holmes? And it's like, what are you doing? You're a white man from Nebraska. What are you doing? Like, actually, I don't know if he's from Nebraska, but I don't know.
I believe it though.
But yeah, I think under all that, I can't wait to see when he's just like doing regular interviews.
When he's just himself.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do it. I think at one point he'll have his regular self be a personality or something. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know what's gonna be in store for the heavyweight division after all this. I feel like we had Waldo ready to become champion and fighting Tom Aspinall and John Jones and whatnot. He's still going, but little pit stop, I guess we'll say. After that, another one that just surprised me, Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. I went Buckley on this one because I was expecting him to have learned from the Kamaru Usman fight, and then I heard he was training with Kamaru Usman, so for me, I was like, all right, maybe he's going to be better with the takedown defense because Sean Brady, that's what it is.
Sean Brady impressed me versus Bilal.
He dogged the shit out of Buckley.
Yeah.
I looked at the numbers.
Like him losing that last fight for Sean Brady.
The Morales one?
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I was like, that doesn't define who he is.
Absolutely not.
I know he's way better than that.
But my thing was, I thought that mentally got to him, and that's where I was like, I don't know if he's necessarily going to come back as great as he thought he would be. Yeah. And then especially with like Buckley being as explosive as he is in terms of like striking and the wrestling, I was like, I just feel like I can see a world where he gets clipped and the pressure's too much and then Buckley takes it over. Yeah. I did not think that it was going to be like, oh, no, Sean Brady's back on his bullshit. He's going to wrestle this dude to death. Like, he's just beating the shit out of him. And that's another thing. It wasn't just like taking him down and holding him down. He's beating the shit out of him. Yeah, the striking numbers was crazy. He beat the shit out of Buckley.
Man.
If you got
that Khamzat bullshit.
No. If you're going to get there, drop elbows, drop bombs. Like, you got to hurt the opponent. We're not doing that. And then I brought him up earlier. For me, it's King Green is back, baby. King Green beat Jeremy Stevens. Bobby. He submitted him, which honestly, I thought it was going to be like knockouts. I was expecting full-blown violence. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but Jeremy Stevens dipped out of the UFC for a little bit to go do bare-knuckle boxing. Yeah. So that's why I was expecting this would be like, nah, someone's getting absolutely slapped. But technically, it was kind of along those lines. I don't know, man. I think for me, I'm going to give him King Green. I think we was talking mad shit because he got knocked out a bunch of times. He got put to sleep, et cetera, et cetera. Because he's had good moments and bad moments.
You know what it is? Is that he had a couple dubs, and then he changes his name to King Green legally.
You were like, I'm not calling another grown man king. You were like, I'm not. What do I look like? Calling another grown man king.
But like God just completely humbled him as soon as he decided to legally change his name to King.
So quick.
And he just started losing after that. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, see? That's what you get. You ain't no king. You gotta work your way up.
One of my favorite memes right now, and that's unfortunate to his expense, but it's so funny because it's something that is like, it basically is gonna describe you going into a situation so, or at least you think you are so prepared that you're going to overcome this obstacle, and you absolutely fail. Yeah. The video is him versus Paddy Pimblett, and it's him coming in second because he was the bigger name at the time. Yeah. It's him coming in second. He comes into the octagon. He does his roll in and springs up in front of Paddy. He jumps up in front of him like, "Oh, you in it now? Like, you in it now?" And then it just cuts to him unconscious on the floor. You're just like, damn. Just humbled so hard. Like, he comes in with this exciting flair and then just unconscious on the floor. You're just like, damn. But I get it.
Just be Bobby Green. Ain't nothing wrong with Bobby Green.
We went from like Bobby. He then promoted himself to King, and we were like, you're gonna be called Bobby. No one's calling you King. And
Bobby. If it was Bobby King Green,
nah,
I would have respected him more than being so bold to legally change your first name to King.
Yeah.
So all your documents have to be King Green now.
Yeah, he's got to go through all of it.
And even the UFC has a King Green.
King Green.
Of Bobby.
Yeah, he's King Green. And they say it on the commentary team, it's King Green.
In the back of my mind, if you're the type to change your name legally, I think you're kind of fried.
Okay.
I don't know. There's something in there in your the small little.
Like you're just saying in general, because like in general, because I know people that like they change the name because they're like it's a little hard to pronounce.
There's certain instances I get it.
Yeah.
But then there's like
I get
Chad Johnson went to Chad Ocho Cinco because his nickname was Ocho Cinco because his number was 85.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, didn't he
legally change?
Well, he had a whole thing that I think he was getting fined from the NFL, so he changed his name, so they had to put it on his jersey.
Oh, he wanted it on his jerseys for it to say. And then there's Ron Artest. Changed his name to Meta World Peace after beating up the whole crowd.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Well, we can't always. There's always moments like that, like the artist formerly known as Prince. You're like, all right, bro.
I don't know if that's the right approach to this. keep your name, keep the nickname.
I don't think I have a problem with the name changes. It's for me. It's when you go. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I've heard. This is how you guys know I'm only really into like one sport, like just one thing. Yeah. I've heard the name on our test, and I've heard the name Metal World Peace. I did not know they were the same person.
The same person. It was a great career defensive player.
How the fuck do you get to Metal World Peace?
And then his name, he must have felt his name was tainted after all these suspensions and fighting crowds, and he decides to come back as Metal World Peace one season.
Shout out.
And still elbowed the shit out of James Harden and got suspended again. I don't know. It's just like, if you're changing your name, you're literally going to City Hall.
Yeah, you're putting documents.
You literally have to. It's so disruptive to your everyday life to change your name.
A fee is paid.
Bro, everything is changed. You have to change all your cards.
Yeah.
All your freaking
debit and credit.
All your IDs, your passports have to change. Bro, you are making your life way more difficult for no reason.
Imagine going to a coffee shop and they're like, "What's the name for the order?" And you're like, "King." And
King.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's on my license.
It's just like Bobby Green.
I just think it's funny that we literally went from Bobby. He named himself King, and then we demoted him to Robert, and now he's back to Bobby at least.
Nah, bro, you almost because you decided to label yourself King, God humbled you and brought you down to Robert. You almost was unranked. He almost like fell off at one point. He was losing fight after fight. It was
so bad.
And then he started getting his little...
It's because he's exciting, man. He goes in there, hands down. He just scraps. Like, to go into this point as well, one of the things he asked for after his fight, after he got the in-fight interview, he walked over to Dana with Joe, and he was just like, I didn't get a bonus the last time I did this. I would like a bonus because I just did that. Like, give me a bonus now. He's like, cool. And then afterwards, Dana's at the post-fight, and they're like, so, like, he didn't get a bonus last time. Did he get a bonus this time? He goes, no, but he gets custom shorts. Is that fair? No bonus. No 25.
Even saying it's so disrespectful.
No 25 G's. No 100,000.
No, but I will give him a pair of shorts.
He gets a pair of custom shorts. So now, who knows? In the next couple, next
that
game,
equates to a bonus.
This is what I was
close, bro. That's so disrespectful.
This is what I was wondering with the custom shorts piece, because I haven't done my research into it. Do you get a cut if I buy the Chama UFC 300 shorts? Like, does he get a cut for that? Like,
yeah, right.
What's happening?
They're probably in the craziest 360 deal.
Because if it's a thing like that, most likely
everything just like goes to the freaking UFC.
If it's a thing where it's like, all right, you get a percentage of it, I'd be like, cool. Now you get something up for it. But if it's something where it's like you just get to wear these, papa, it's whack.
Whack. I just don't like that he forced. You're not even champion yet or proven yourself to that level, and now you have forced the UFC to label you as king. When you come, when you get announced, when you get put on these rankings, it says King Green, like the audacity of someone like, bro, you're not even freaking top 3 yet.
Let me put it to you this way:
top 5.
Ilya Tuporia, Ilya the Matador Tuporia, mind you, he changed his nickname to Leyenda for like all of 4.5 seconds, and then changed it right the fuck back because everyone was like, no.
Nah, you can't just do that, bro.
We're like, no, this is post Volk, and I think was this before winning the belt from Charles or getting the belt, beating Charles, or after? Somewhere around that time, he changed his nickname. I think it was
right before.
He changed the nickname, and everyone was like,
into the fight.
Nah, like
you can't do that, man. And even so, it's like at least he didn't legally change his name to these nicknames.
No, I think it's so funny though. But for me, shout out to King Green. All right, some other topics I wanted to go over right before we wrap up. Listen, me and you heavy into this UFC 5, and guess what got announced? UFC 6. So I just have one question for you. Where does heavyweight Ariel fall into UFC 6? Is he gonna be a heavyweight? Is he gonna start off a lighter weight? Is he gonna be changing rankings? What's gonna happen?
See, I put heavy thought into this. And I am someone that usually tries to be as realistic as possible when I create myself into video games.
Okay.
So I usually, for the most part, try to keep realistic.
Is this like you step on the scale and then sit down to create a fight, or what are we doing?
I do what I think I'm gonna be at my best fighting shape.
You want to go into the EA Sports Center and get scanned in.
I scan.
Didn't they used to
face
do that
scan
with,
and everything.
They still do that with 2K, right?
Trust me, my face scans. I'm literally in these games.
I'm in these games,
bro. And I will make myself. I'm 5'11".
Okay,
but he will be 6 feet.
Yeah. You gotta even it out. You gotta
round up.
Yeah,
you go round up.
You gotta even it up.
Why stay 5'11"? It's a video game.
Yeah.
And then we
go. Like, you're like, why would you want to be who you want to be? Well, you're like, I'm gonna make it as realistic to me as possible.
But if I was personally,
the dream is to be an inch taller. Got it. Continue.
No, it's just round up.
Yeah.
But if I was into being perfect peak fighting shape, I feel like I would be 205.
Okay, I think that's where you start the career, because you can always then move up.
Because I will move up. Because knowing myself, I'm one of those fighters that like walk around 260, drops down 205.
That's what I was gonna bring up. That's what I was gonna bring up. Do we think they're finally gonna include moving down?
Oh man, I hope so.
Because I remember when you got UFC 5, you were like, "Yo, how can I move down?" I was like, "You can't."
Because I started at heavyweight and I wanted to move down. Like, yeah,
you're so upset. You're like, "What do you mean I can't?"
Stuck in heavyweight division. Fuck.
I'm intrigued to see. So far, the gameplay that I saw about it, it looks like a fun arcade kind of beat 'em up type of thing. It's not necessarily going to be like a. I'm gonna be honest with you. The further they got away from UFC 3, the further away they got from a plot. If you go back right now, like go look at like UFC 3 gameplay, you're like, that looks like they fight in real life. Like that, the way that the shots land, the movement, the physicality of it all, even in the grappling exchanges, it feels more like real, like a true UFC fighting game.
Right.
I felt like 4 got really cartoony. 5 kind of fixed it a little bit, but is still a little arcadey, kind of. Like, I can just button mash. There's not really, like, the stamina doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter the difficulty that I play on. I play on pro, whatever, legendary, doesn't matter. I feel like it's very arcadey. Let's see if 6 kind of corrects some stuff. I don't want fight night level, like, I want it to feel like I'm in it. Like, this is a problem. I played Undisputed. I started playing Undisputed.
I did.
That one makes me feel like I'm in a pressure cooker if I don't win this fight in my third career fight.
That one could use some little fixes too, like with the punches.
Yeah,
it's a little strange. If we get tight, but it like doesn't land. I'm like, that motherfucker.
Do you use the buttons or are you using the control stick?
So fight nights, I was a control stick kind of person. So at first I was doing that, and I was failing a lot.
I was too. I was missing a lot.
So I switched over to buttons. And I've gotten a lot better.
I just can't do like the quarter turns, or they're like, actually, you're not gonna fully go. You just want to, you know what I'm saying? I can't go that. It's too much. Yeah, like these combos.
You gotta beat,
like I'm trying to throw a hook,
like
and I can't.
Fight night, I used to be on top of that type of shit for some reason. Like some people are nasty at skate. Like the game Skate, they can just fucking do that shit like fucking skateboard with the analogs. Yeah,
that's practice, a lot of practice that I don't have. And then just one other thing I wanted to go over. Coming up this Saturday, I know that there's obviously going to be UFC fights. I'm going to go over that card really quickly. But realistically, the big news or the bigger event overshadowing most other thing is going to be MMA on Netflix. Something I didn't think that I was going to ever see.
Netflix over here.
They're stepping on toes. They get into sports that they should not be in. But here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally reaching your TV screens via streaming is going to be Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano live on Netflix. May 16th. Going through the card real quick. Honestly, I think the first 3 are going to be the biggest fights of the night. Honestly, the people's main event is the second one, in my opinion. But you have Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano making the returns into the MMA octagon. I'm excited to see how it goes. I feel like the only times I've really seen Ronda Rousey fight is her getting absolutely destroyed by some pretty badass women. So I want to see if she can make the comeback. From what I've seen from Gina Carano, is just the Mandalorian. I've never seen her fight.
Right.
I've never seen that woman fight.
Never heard of her.
She is the gun-wielding lady in Mandalorian for me.
I've heard of her now.
Yeah.
And Ronda is Ronda.
Yeah.
Not a fan
Okay.
But I'm not gonna sit here and diss her.
Without any knowledge, really, who are you picking? Ronda
to win
or
this fight?
Ronda or Gina?
I'm gonna have to pick Ronda to win this fight.
Okay. I have no clue. I have no dog in this fight.
I have just never heard of the other lady.
Do we put out picks for this?
I wouldn't put money on this ever.
Okay.
But I don't think it's worth any of my money to put even like $1 on this.
That's fair. All right. Up next, Nate Diaz versus Platinum Mike Perry.
Oh,
The people's main event, in my opinion. I think this is the one that I think most people are going to be
Mike
tuned in
Perry.
for. I think that the Netflix card is going to get a lot of eyes. A lot of people are going to tune in, but I think that this is the one for like at least the hardcore fans, the ones that like really like the sport. That's going to be the one that they're going to tune into for sure. Up next, Francis Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. Francis Ngannou, so far as a free agent, he's making his rounds and he's doing pretty well for himself financially.
I don't remember him ever fighting in the PFL.
No. He fought that one guy.
Yo, bro,
You remember it was a huge thing? PFL Africa, the opponent gets $1 million or $2 million to fight him. It was going to be a whole thing. He fought one guy, knocked him clean out, and never once again fought him even remotely close in the PFL. I don't even think they announced another fight for him. They were just like, all right.
Just fucking robbed him.
Robbed him
clean
blind. Blind. Honestly, it's one of those things of like more power to him, bro.
That's why the PFL failing, because he robbed him clean, scammed him the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that it was a very smooth move on his part. There's a couple other names on here that I'm not gonna lie to you. At least for me, I'm not very familiar with. So I'm just gonna list off the ones that I do know. Junior Dos Santos is also fighting versus Rebeles de Spain. That's that 6'7" Cuban guy that was in the UFC. Left and went to karate combat, killed that guy. He didn't actually kill me.
No, but he did.
He might as well have. Mohamed Mokaev is fighting versus Adriano Moraes. Mohamed Mokaev, he was the guy that was like undefeated in the UFC, but was just like such a shit guy that they like kicked him out. He had one fight where he kicked the guy in the nuts like 3 times. They're like, get him out of here.
Get this fucking guy out.
It's pretty bad. Other than that, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of these other names you're most likely not gonna know. So like, I'd say give it a shot and test it out. I'm intrigued to see how the format and the production of everything goes, because this is being produced by MVP, the ones that does all the boxing events with Jake Paul. So if this is done well, I think this is something they can revisit. There's a lot of free agents out there and a lot of, like, I would say, recently removed from the UFC fighters, whether that be that they are no longer fighting for the UFC and other organizations, or they're like recently retired, that I think that they can get on here to do some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. You also have the ones that left to go to other organizations, Bare Knuckle, Dirty Boxing, Karate Combat. So you can get some people from over there. That being said, I need one championship to start sending killers to these things so people can start getting hip to one championship. That's what I need, because that'll be badass. Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fantastic episode of Uneducated MMA. Before we go, I got a couple of shout-outs. Obviously, shout-out to 806 The Show. Shout-out to Vibe Entertainment. Shout-out to P2P. Shout-out to For Your Entertainment. And I got another business that I want to shout out, because I actually use their services. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever need junk removal at your place of business and or your house, let's say you're moving like I did, and you need a lot of stuff removed and in a professional and quick manner, please, and I urge you urgently to reach out to Della Costa Junk Removal. It is at dellacosta.junkremoval. I will put it right here at the bottom at some point. Reach out to them. They're really dope, man. They came out and they helped me out. If you don't know who they are, that is Vic and Cody. They've been on this pod. You've seen them. GTP Banks, shout out to him, and shout out to the Wolfman. Vic, pretty much, I hit him up, and they were like, yo, I have a couple of things that I have to get tossed. Are you guys available? They came to my house within a few hours, pulled up, got everything out there extremely quick, nice, easy, affordable, smooth. I say reach out to them if you guys ever need anything tossed. They work with most materials, and they're pretty quick. I'm telling you, we got sponsorships, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving up the world.
Moving up.
Other than that, any other shout-outs besides Jesus?
Shout out. Wait, let's just acknowledge the amount of shout-outs Jesus got during this last card. What was that about? That was like abnormal.
Actually, yeah, before we go, listen, all due respect to everybody in the religions out there, I just feel personally there's ways to go about it. And I want to say, was it Pat Sabat? No, it wasn't. It was Grant Dawson.
No,
Was it Grant Dawson?
Yeah, it was Dawson.
Yeah, dude. Hold on. I just gotta look at the card. Hold on. Let me just real quick. Was it him?
I promise you, you will not go to heaven if you don't follow Jesus. Like, whoa, bro, this is a big stage.
Yeah, it was Grant Dawson. So Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rebecki. Mateusz Rebecki, who leaks immediately at every fight. He's back and forth. Mateusz is winning the fight. Like, he is beating him. And then out of nowhere, Grant Dawson catches him in a submission, gets the victory, huge emotional upset. He gets on the mic. And like you just said, listen, I totally get it, man. Like, shout out to Jesus and everything like that. But he is like, nothing you will ever do will save you. And we're like, yo.
Guy. These fighters are fried, bro.
Yeah. He was like, everyone, I think he was Bisping, who was in the audience, like, whoa.
Doesn't matter what religion you are.
It was Joe Rogan who was just waiting for him to finish. He goes, anyway, back to the fight.
No matter what you do, you cannot get to heaven.
He's like, your works will not save you. It was like, yo.
And bro, that wasn't even the only one. There was like several different
Nah,
fighters.
because here's my thing. Every other fighter will be like, first and foremost, I want to say praise be to the Most High. Shout out to Allah. Thank you to God.
Yeah.
They'll praise, or even at the end. This one was the first time I've ever had someone look through the camera and be like, you.
Yeah. No, but there was still like other ones that were abnormal to me.
I don't know.
There were those, and then there was like someone else that kind of was just like, went on a Jesus rant. And I'm like, oh, jeez, this is and maybe like text you guys a second, like, yo, what's someone else fucking Jesus? Like, to the point I acknowledged it. Like, what the fuck? Why was I love Jesus too, but this is getting kind of weird.
This is insane. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're like, do I love him as much? Like, am I not doing enough? Yo, this is so intense. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Uneducated MMA. I've been your host with the most wonder bread. This has been the BMF champion of the world, REG, and we are out. Peace. DJ, play my music.